Hello everyone, nubkeks here. Welcome back to Nub Star Rail. Let's click play. Let's dive in. This took me 2 attempts this time, but we have got it done. We have maxed out the first Apocalyptic Shadow. I did a showcase of my initial teams, my initial try. By the way, I've been playing for 5 months, maybe 5.5. Probably coming up on half a year, soon-ish anyway. I've been playing the game for around about that long. But when we first dove into Apocalyptic Shadows, we actually found my follow-up team. We smashed the second half. I'm not actually going to show you that run again in this video. We're just going to focus on the first half. The first time we took it on, we were doing a hyper carry. And let me actually move me out of the way so you can check all the bars and stuff. We did a hyper carry Jing Yuan for this mode, and it wasn't great. I think we did it in around about 2,000 points. And obviously you want about 3,300 or so in order to max out the mode. So we were a little teeny bit behind, unfortunately. Coming into the start of this, by the way, one thing we're going to be doing is delaying the ultimates on the others, because with the speeds I've got, very slow on Harmony Trailblazer, or relatively slow on Harmony Trailblazer. We're going to break the right-hand enemy with Xueyi. And then we're going to be able to finish that off with Gallagher's ultimate. And the Gallagher basic attack then should kill off, the other ad. And I think that's very helpful. It's very, very helpful. Being able to break and kill the summons in this boss fight is absolutely huge. It's a complete game changer, honestly, because it stops the boss from doing all of her crowd control, right? In phase 1, she's spamming freeze. In phase 2, yeah, I think it makes her spam more of the imprisons in phase 2, I think. I definitely found that killing off the ads quickly makes it much easier. So we've destroyed them very, very fast. And Imaginary Trailblazer as well is so strong at breaking. We're able to actually break and get the shield off of Japard pretty quickly here. We're going to have to waste 1 turn, but that's okay. Xueyi will break him, which will then make the boss. It also actually helps break her, which is nice. Makes her vulnerable. But this is the team we're going in with instead. We had to build all of these characters from scratch. So we obviously pulled Ruan Mei during her reruns. We got her. We got Imaginary Trailblazer through the story. I got Gallagher copied. In fact, I didn't pick Gallagher from any of the different guaranteed ones, the selectors. I skipped them in both of them. But we actually ended up pulling extra on the Firefly banner. We got all of Ruan Mei. We lost the 50-50 on Ruan Mei. We finally got her. I think we got up to E4 Gallagher then. And then I kept pulling on the Firefly banner and got E6 Gallagher. Then I stopped. And we've actually built up a lot of Mercy. So I'm not sure what order the videos will come out in. But either I will have pulled for Yun Li with that Mercy we built up. And you'll have seen that. Or it's coming in the next day or two. So stay tuned. I'm pretty sure I'm going to be pulling for Yun Li. One thing, though, that's fantastic about this team, we built up Xueyi as well. So we built up everyone from scratch. Some of the gear is obviously very scuffed. Many of the traces are not finished. We finished the crucial ones, and I will show you that at the end. But as you can see, as we are coming into the end of phase 1, what is so strong about this super break-based team, it very much caters towards this particular boss. In Apocalyptic Shadow with the break benefit and super break doing more, etc. But we are absolutely able to rip through this boss. As soon as the boss is broken, it is no stress. The boss is dead. 1 break and they're dead. So that's really the goal, is get rid of the enemies. Again, you have to break them with this team to kill them. We've got no normal damage at all. And then focus in on the boss. Yeah, Xueyi, she's come in. Xueyi, the 4-star destruction. That I think you get a guaranteed copy of her from this event. She is really, really nice for this. Why is she so good? Well, for a couple of reasons. Number 1, there's actually quite a few quantum weak enemies. Her follow-up attack can break anything, but it is quite random. But her ultimate is great. So, for example, right here, we've got a wind ice pillar thing. We've got a lightning one as well. We have no ice. We have no lightning in the team, but Xueyi is able to break it. Unfortunately, we've got the teeny tiny little bit left on the quantum pillar, which is a bummer. I'm thinking here about what I'm going to do. Gallagher's great at breaking the fire one, so we can break with him. Looks like I'm going to be holding his ultimate at this point for probably looks like another Xueyi turn. So pop the Ruan Mei ultimate. And often with Gallagher, what we're trying to do to min-max is get an attack in or potentially use his skill and then pop his ultimate after for the full action advance. And he can just do so much break. Like, he's absolutely nuts. He's so busted, right? He's so broken. So there we go. We go in at the Xueyi. Then we're going to pop the Gallagher ultimate to just smash all of these and heal us up because the boss is about to attack us. And there we go. Slightly unfortunate that we hadn't broken the fire one. Would have loved to use Gallagher's A1 against the boss to lower her attack a little bit. Would have been kind of nice. Not essential, but kind of nice. But yeah, for instance, again, right here, this team has absolutely no way of destroying that last pillar. We are entirely reliant on the Xueyi. So I was thinking about what to do here. Again, it's always a decision. Do we remove that with Gallagher? I decided I would this time around. Get some extra energy as well. We're obviously going to focus on the boss here with her. Imaginary Trailblazer becomes a little bit awkward in phase 2. By the way, I meant to record this with sound and I forgot, so my bad. This was a really epic fight. It's so epic with the music pumping. It is so cool. So right here, again, we're going to let the boss hit us because we're tanky enough not to die. We're going to cleanse with the Gallagher, and then we can actually go in. We'll go in again. We'll do the same combo. We'll pop the Xueyi ultimate to break this, and then we can super break it with Gallagher to finish it off. So that's going to remove... Actually, I think the pillar survives. Yeah, so the pillar... Oh, no, never mind. The pillar doesn't survive, but Ruan Mei was going first. Never mind. She has to use her skill, so no break. That's okay. Possibly I messed up the Gallagher ultimate and Ruan Mei's skill had fallen off. I'm not entirely sure. We could have min-maxed it perhaps a little bit more. Don't know if true, but maybe. One thing I did as well for this run, I've used Imaginary Trailblazer in some other teams, and we had him with Mesh and Cogs S5. This time we're actually running him with S3 Dance, 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 and I found that to be very strong. The extra boosting with the action value I find to be very, very useful. Again, here he is going to finish off that pillar. I actually should have just used a basic attack. We could have used the skill with Xueyi. That would have been slightly superior. Mistakes were made. I don't think it would have made a huge difference. We do need to generate a certain amount of energy with him. It's really fair. Actually, now that that's just the boss, he gets his ultimate back when the boss gets broken anyway, so it's not too important. Xueyi getting imprisoned on cooldown. Truly tragic. And she does recover straight away. That's nice. That's nice when that happens. When that happened to my Jing Yuan, he just stay broken forever. Again, going in here, I think, yeah, we go in with the Xueyi ultimate. Maybe the Gallagher one would have been a little bit better, but I think that she's already got besotted. The boss already has besotted on anyway, so I don't think it did actually matter. So again, Gallagher has his ult ready, but we'll go in with basic. So we get an extra super break hit in. Then we'll do the ultimate. Then we'll basic again. Honestly, at this point, I probably should have used Harmony Trailblazer ultimate as well. Probably a little bit earlier. Might have squeezed a bit more damage out because he does have Watchmaker set, right? Get that buff up more. I don't know if it's too important. We delayed the Xueyi ultimate for that just to make sure it fit in. And yeah, he really rips through. He does a lot of super break damage. Old Imaginary Trailblazer super breaking. But once again, like phase 1, once the boss is broken, the boss is very much dead. And bearing in mind, we have Ruan Mei as well. So even when she takes a turn here on the turn order, she will be delayed in recovering by Ruan Mei. But there we go. 1-3-2-2 action value remaining, which this time was a score of 3-3-2-2. There we go. We've done it. Let me move me back down here. And I actually got 3-3-4-5 was my record. And now the funny thing about that is I did that without a lot of traces on Xueyi. We've actually improved her since then, but it still worked. So, hey, it still worked. We're all good. So, yeah, obviously enough. We are going in with Sundered Paradise here. 50% more break effect. I mean, all the damage is break and super break. After doing super break damage to enemies, 40% more speed until the next action. Again, pretty obvious. Pretty obvious why we're running that one, but it makes this team so powerful. But yeah, we've got the characters here. So like I said, Xueyi, brilliant character coming in for free. We do have her E6 thanks to pulling for Ruan Mei as well. So that works out nice. It's not essential. And in fact, we're not even taking sort of full advantage of Xueyi's kit, where she does, scale up well. She's got lots of quantum damage. She works well with crit. We've got some crit stats. They are really quite useless. And I've got some attack stats on her. It's really quite useless. It's all about just break with this one. Like, we're not really doing any real damage, to be honest. So Xueyi is coming in. She's fast at 144 speed. Stole some gear off Sparkle to make this happen. Sparkle on the bench. Xueyi, you're up. Quantum Queen. It's a 4-star. She's actually reasonably tanky, 3.5k, 122. Actually kind of important. You can see she's kind of getting slammed. Like without some of those tanky stats, would have made a difference. So that was intentional. She has some crit rate stats because I was initially building some of that. 112.7% break effect. I think to improve this, we could have built more break effect. We could honestly maybe building energy regen to get more ultimates might have even been better because she's getting quite a lot of break effect just from the buffs in the team and from the buff that we've got from, I don't know, some effect hit rate. She's 8%, 8% quantum damage. Woo, let's go. That's her. She does have S5 on the fall of an Eon, which is really not very useful. Again, it's a little bit more damage, but nothing important. I actually don't have any of the, I think there are a couple of light cones with break effect and destruction. I don't have them. I've got nothing for break effect for destruction. So we're using the free one, which I actually just finished leveling up while leveling her up. For her traces, we did get them actually all done. Like I said, the first time I beat it, I don't think I had these top 4 actually. So we were missing her A6. I don't think it made a massive difference though. I actually find this quite funny where it's like, okay, she gets this tally, when she does her follow-up, she gets sort of a refund of some of them, you know, which is kind of nice. Then you've got Aventurine. It's like, well, you know, his follow-up costs 7, but he can go up to 10. And now we've got Jade, who I've seen her stack at least twice. Maybe she can stack infinitely. I actually don't know. I'm pretty sure I've seen her stack at least twice her follow-up count and just like really pop off. But yeah, so I do find this funny. It feels bad for the old follow-up characters that only get their stacks and then it's just wasted. But anyway, look, there it is. But funny thing with her, again, all of these are just giving you more damage, which as far as I'm aware is not actually useful. Like it's not upping the toughness. If we increase these levels, it's not upping the toughness damage, so it doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter. So we left those basically unfinished, which is cool. We'll actually finish them off eventually. We might build like a crit follow-up Xueyi. She's actually quite flexible. Gives us a very flexible quantum damage option for break or for crit follow-up teams. She can do both. For quantum, when there's not that many quantum weak enemies, because honestly, they want to sell Silverwolf. That's my opinion. There's imaginary weakness enemies all over the frickin' place. No quantum weak. I think it's the Silverwolf dilemma. That's my thoughts on it. But yeah, so she's not, so we will finish her off. For her relics, she has oh, I actually can't show them to you here. Okay, let's jump out. Let's go over here. So we're looking at Xueyi. I actually think when I initially beat this, she was only level 78 as well, I think. For her relics, actually, we slightly upgraded these. Oh, we swapped her boots. I think I put her boots back on Sparkle because I have some friends, I think, that use Sparkle for my support for farming calyxes and stuff. So we'll swap those back after. But she's coming in. Again, this is some crit, lots of break effect on that. Got a speed thing with some break effect, some speed, some defensive stats. Crit rate chest. Don't think that mattered here. Speed boots. Defense orb. That was fairly, it doesn't have break effect or anything. I slapped it on and put it up to 9 just to give her the survivability. And then an attack rope. Again, I did not have another break effect rope. This one rolls some speed and break effect. I said, okay. Because I was initially thinking we'd do like attack on both of them. I said, no, she's better off with the defensive stats. Again, I think to maximize this run, this should have been break effect or energy generation, whatever. I think that would have been better. But that's her. Like I said, she is E6. That's Xueyi. Next up, we have, let's look at Gallagher, the other 4-star MVP. He is E6. Cost us a lot of summons, but it's been super worth it. I might go for Ling Sha. Honestly, Gallagher has impressed me so much. I might go for Ling Sha. I don't know. It's one of those tough ones where he is so good. It is a little bit of a struggle to keep the team alive, I think, partially because of potential relic mistake. But we'll see. So Gallagher, he's 154 speed, so he's very fast. This is where, well, I want your guys' opinion on this. We shall see. But yeah, so he's fast. He's, you know, reasonably tanky. And he has 116.1% break effect. He doesn't have any energy regen. He's got lots of effect res, though. Lots of effect res, 76.8, which I think is quite nice. So we did switch in a perfect timing. So I think quid pro quo, I only have an S1, you see. But I think that would be ideal when you don't need the effect res or healing. I think this is probably better for MOC or for Pure Fiction, right? But against this boss, against Cocolia, I thought the effect res and outgoing healing was really valuable. And we've got an S5 as well from the Bailu days. So perfect timing. I think that's what we've got on him. And I think that's good. For his traces, I actually probably should finish off the HP boost at some point. It's not that expensive. We maxed out Tipsy Tussle. So this is his talent, where when he attacks them with his ultimate, he makes enemies take more break damage. And then he also does more healing, most of his healing. So max that out. We maxed that out instantly. The rest we haven't really bothered with. I did put some into his heal, his direct heal, to make that do more. But like, I think this just makes him do more damage. Not important. His A1 actually probably is worth leveling up just to lower their attack a bit more. But again, I've not bothered finishing that off. We've had other stuff to do. For his relics, then, he is in 2-piece Messenger, 2-piece Thief, same as Xueyi, and 2-piece Forge of the Calpagni Lantern. Probably should have put that in Xueyi, actually, because the boss is weak to... whatever. You probably would have been better, but hey. So he's got this, which is, speed, break effect, HP, over here, HP percent, chest. This would preferably be outgoing healing, but I don't have one. Don't have it. Speed boots with random stuff. Best I've got. He's got a defense percent orb with 6 speed and a bit of break effect, so that's decent. And then he does have a break effect rope with lots of speed, 9 speed. So I do think that for Gallagher, it might be better, again, to go with the energy regen rope just for more ultimates, because his ultimate is so unbelievably good, and that gives you so much more healing and survivability. That might be nice, but we would be losing a lot of speed, potentially 9 speed. It could take me quite a while to even get an energy regen rope with speed on it at all, and I'll have to roll into it. So I don't know. Like preferably energy regen with break effect and speed. Ooh, and roll into both, but I mean, that's going to take a long time. But if it ever happens, sure. Right now he's in break effect. I mean, we could put this onto Xueyi and we could put energy regen onto him instead. We could do something like that. So yeah, we lost the speed. So he's doing a lot of damage, but he's not healing as much. And I did find that was a little bit stressful when our gear was worse. He is E6, as I said. Next up, we've got Imaginary Trailblazer. He's 136 speed, which is a bit low. He has Talia Kingdom Banditry. I hope that this works with Ruan Mei. I'm guessing it does, but maybe it does. Does the Ruan Mei speed boost give him the extra 20%, or is that just not happening? Let me know. But he's coming in 136 speed. He's got some defensive stats, and he has 158.7% break effect. That's him. He is in S3, Dance, Dance, Dance. We stole that off of Ting Yun. And yeah, for him, again, we just have the ultimate maxed out because it's giving more break effect to our entire team whenever he does, when he activates Backup Dancer, which is really, really strong. For his relics, he is in 4-piece Watchmaker. So it's more limited, but this is so strong. When he uses his ultimate, break effect for 2 turns, which is great, which is often why we want to be preferably using his ultimate more than every 3 turns, right? We want to reactivate his ultimate early to give us that boosted break effect, which I think is quite nice. I think with one of his Eidolons, he does a similar... maybe I'm imagining that. Okay, no, I'm totally imagining it. I thought I did with an Eidolon. I'm talking out my arse. Maybe with a Trace. Does he do it with a Trace? Or am I talking? I think I might be talking bullshit. Oh yeah, no, he just, okay, never mind. Yeah, no, he just makes Super Rig do more. Okay, never mind. Ignore me. It is worth ulting early, though, for Watchmaker, pretty sure. But yeah, he's in Talia. So again, he's got Watchmaker looking for break and speed. We're straight. This is no break, 2 speed, so that could be improved a lot. It's only level 6, but HP chest with some break effects, okay. Speed boots, no break effect. We're struggling for gear on this account, okay. We're an earlier account. Defense percent orb with some speed, and then he's got a break effect rope with nothing. So there's room to grow with Harmony Trailblazer. I'd love to get him more speed and break effect. And I guess a bit tankier, but that's about it. And then finally, we've got Ronald Macdonald, as she's called. She's the best character in Honkai Star Rail, guys. She is. She is. When she was initially, I was looking at her like a few months ago. I was going like, maybe it's not so important to grow. Like maybe we can skip her. Maybe like we've got Sparkle, we've got Robin. Like, do we need Ruan Mei as well? With Apocalyptic Shadow, that convinced me that no, we do. Yeah, we do. She's just the goddess of break. She's just so strong. This mode is so much more difficult if you don't have Ruan Mei. As you've seen from this team is Ruan Mei, Imaginary Trailblazer, who is free, and 2 4-stars. Now they have Eidolons, yes, but you don't need them. It's Ruan Mei. Ruan Mei is carrying this. We don't need Firefly. Don't need him. Don't need her. Bunch of 4 stars. Boom, done. Job done. Job done. So Ruan Mei, she's coming in 140 speed, decently tanky. She has 161.4% break effect. We've upped it by 1% since last we saw energy regen as well. So she's doing well. She has S1 memories of the past. Don't have anything better. She does have her traces maxed out. We should do the defense one at some point, I guess. Not too important. We are quite, I think, I'm switching my focus a bit more to relics now. So she is not fully rolled up. Weirdly, she got level 13 gloves. I don't know why that happened. It did, though. Speed break effect on the head is good. We've got some break effect on this. I don't know why this is 13. What am I? She doesn't need the attack. Crit damage rolls. This needs to be replaced. HP % chest with break effect. Even effect res and defense. It's actually quite solid. No speed, but everything else we love. Speed boots with break effect. HP % orb with speed and a lot of break effect. Sprightly Von Whack. And energy regen with break effect HP. So it's nice. Very nice. So yeah, she's Sprightly Von Whack. 2-piece and Watchmaker, 2-piece Thief. She needs to be 160 break to give you the biggest damage boost. I guess the damage boost, again, doesn't really matter for this team, I suppose. But yeah. And again, preferably we would be 4-piece Watchmaker with these stats. But I don't have the gear. I mean, you've seen my best Watchmaker gear is sort of split between her and Imaginary Trailblazer. It's not great. So that's where we are. She's obviously E0. But there you go. That is the team. So yeah, coming in, building up an entire new team from scratch, basically, in the 6 weeks. It's essentially been all I've been farming. We did take a break, obviously, and farm. We did farm some Watchmaker Cavern, got almost nothing good from it. We got some good pieces for Dr. Ratio. I think Dr. Ratio, yeah, Dr. Ratio, he will be, we're working on him right now. I think we'll actually be able to get him into a 4-piece Pioneer in relatively decent order, actually, which is kind of nice. So Dr. Ratio I got some decent Pioneer, not amazing, but decent. Nothing good for Watchmaker. It's very tragic, but that's where we're at. Yeah, this team is nuts. And yeah, there you go. We have taken down with, I took it down a couple of days ago, but around about a week to go now. Yeah, like 6 days at time of recording. So we took it down with about 6 days to go, which, yeah, is great. Like I said, the follow-up team was even stronger. That really smashed through on node 2. Now their gear's been messed up a bit. We're not going to go back in and do it again. I think it might have got a higher score the first time. It might have been 3,500 or something the first time, but that is very consistently strong, that follow-up team. Again, needs a couple of runs to get the right luck and order for stuff to line up, but it works well. But yeah, the budget Ruan Mei break team, it's crushing it. Xueyi is great. That colorless break on her ultimate is a game changer. And yeah, Quantum was very useful for this. So there you are. We probably could do better on node 3. Node 3 is now our weakest node. Oh yeah, this was back with Jing Yuan. We definitely could do better. You can see 3. Yeah, that's funny. Anyway, look, there we go, guys. Let me know what you think. Any advice, any tips, etc. But those are the units I use. So I think it's sort of, hopefully one of the takeaways is now. I think takeaway number 1 is, geez, Ruan Mei is kind of busted. Ruan Mei is kind of busted, huh? But if you have Ruan Mei, you could, like, honestly, and we built up an entire team to deal with this mode just by, so if you're coming in and you're going, man, I can't make a stab at Apocalyptic Shadow. Again, if you are similar amount of time in the game as me, 5-6 months now, probably you can maybe even do this at 4 months or 3 months. If you were even more hardcore, if you were a spender, definitely you could. If you're refreshing your energy and if you're luckier, I've lost every 50-50 almost, it feels like. Yeah, you could probably do this sooner, but yeah, I mean, like, Ruan Mei plus some 4 stars, like, I don't know if that's that impressive. It's Ruan Mei. She's the best character in the game, but it shows you Ruan Mei's dominance, but it also shows you, to a certain extent, Ruan Mei aside, that the right team can do very well. I think we did a similar thing with, like, Break Gwenaifen as well, but there you go. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'll see you all next time. I will come back soon because I am aware that we do have the new Pure Fiction Forgotten Halls, and as you can see, I've maxed those out as well. So we'll come back and we'll take a look at, spoilers, exit off, spoilers. We'll see you for that next time. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.